Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm happy to announce the release of the build 43886 of AutoCAD, and in it we have two new features. So in this video I will be presenting the solver message. So you can see it here. This is basically the same widget as for Sketcher, and it basically tells you if you have a conflict or if you have a redundant joint. So the assembly solver does not distinguish between conflicts and redundancy, so you just have like one category, which is basically telling you there is a problem, right? And then it also tells you how many degrees of freedom you have. So in this assembly you see I have just two grounded parts and two revolute joint, and so I have 2 degrees of freedom, right? So that's correct. If I remove one joint, I have 7 degrees of freedom. That makes sense because this part is 6 degrees of freedom and this part has a single degree of freedom, right? And so if I delete this ground joint, I have 13 and so on. So now if I try to make a constraint, for example, let's say I try to make a slider joint between this and this. Now this is over constraint, right? Because obviously, well, you already have like a revolute joint, right? So you cannot have a slider as well. And so it's telling you here over constraint, and it's telling you like what is the problem, right? So well, it's the joint that is being created, right, which is a problem. And if you click here, it selects the joints that are problematic and you can remove it. And yeah, so that's about it. I think for new users it's going to be very useful because a lot of people have over constraint and weird behavior because of over constraining Sketch. And yeah, just last thing, if you have like a fully constrained assembly, then you get fully constrained, right? It means that all degrees of freedom are fixed, it doesn't move at all. And yeah, so that's about it for today. And yeah, that's it. So have a good day and see you in the next one. Bye bye.